really going through it, and they're going through it bad because while Brandon Ingram has been available, the Pelicans are missing several key players here, including Zion Williamson, DeJounte Murray, C.J. McCollum, Herb Jones, and Jose Alvarado. So let's welcome in our senior NBA insider, Shams Charania. Shams, Zion Williamson, he's played in just 6 games this season with that hamstring injury. What's the latest on his recovery?
Malika, I'm told that Zion Williamson is not close to a return. He's still a ways away, and sources tell me he has received multiple treatments on that hamstring strain. That's become a chronic issue for him over the last few years, as that hamstring, it's typically a 4 to 6 week injury with the grade level from what I'm told, but the Pelicans are bracing that for him, it could go longer than that mark, which would be beyond mid-December. And just unfortunate for Williamson because he came into training camp in the best shape of his career, the lightest he's weighed as an NBA player from what I'm told. And as a whole, the Pelicans truly believed going into the season that they had assembled the best team, the deepest team in New Orleans. And so now they've done it with really a ravaged team injury-wise, and they are still going to be without Zion Williamson for a considerable amount of time.
All right, so Zion nowhere near returning, and the Pelicans are just 1-6 since his injury. Shams, thank you so very much. Brian, where does this team go from?
So you hear that report from Shams. It doesn't sound like he's coming back before the first of the year. They are already 5 games behind 10th place. 5 games behind 10th place in the loss column. I think they got to seriously start talking internally, and I'm sure that they are, about whether they need to think about the gap year strategy. This is something that we saw last year with the Memphis Grizzlies when they had all those injuries and John Morant went down. It is a little early to consider that, but hearing that update on Zion, knowing that they still have a bunch of guys out, knowing how tough the West is, look at how many teams they have to climb over just to get into the back end of into the play-in. That's something that is a sad situation, but is a realistic situation.
I think to that point, and I was in the situation where we had a gap year, but we had no decision to make. Curry got hurt in the 3rd game of the season, hand broken, out for the season. I think this Pelicans team, those guys are all going to come back. Now, this guy's Zion, not that guy Ingram, but Zion being out that long makes it harder. But when these guys start coming back, they're almost too good to go that route. They'd have to actually make trades to dump out of some of these guys.
Thank you. That's it. Because Zion is the true definition of false hope. Every single season you come in, you're like, oh, yeah, Zion, he's in the best shape of his life. Zion, he's ready. And he always gives you false hope within that short span that he plays games. If I'm the Pelicans, I'm considering trading Zion Williamson.
His value is non-existent right now.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, well, at least try to move him, because if you think that Zion is going to be the guy that's going to take you to the promised land, you're mistaken.
Well, last year he was pretty good.
He played a career-high 70 games last year, but this year we haven't seen B.I., Zion, and DeJounte on the floor together.